News 208 tip for News Talk KZRG. I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
A dense fog advisory in effect this morning. We'll see more rain and fog today with highs in the upper 40s. Patchy fog tonight, lows right around 40. Patchy fog again tomorrow morning. Clouds in the afternoon, a high near 50. And the rain continues into Saturday with highs right around 40.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar showing a lot of fog and light drizzle across all of the 4 states.
41 in Neosho, 38 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
Time for the KIX Kids Pledge, and today we're featuring Thomas Jefferson Day School's 3rd grade class.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, guys. And if you'd like your kids, your class group, or whomever to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to KIX1025.com and click on the link that's on the Morning KIX page to find out how to upload your audio.
Or if it's easier, just call us. We can always record them at 623-1025.
So today, we've got a little story about the number of people who have startup companies and inventions has increased over the last year.
We'll talk more about it in 15 minutes. Here's Luke Combs.
On KIX. Got to do a better job of knowing what we're doing at the 20 break. I'm always like, what are we doing?
The one to dip a chair.
The Miss Samanamo?
Hop at the bar. Morning, Sarah. Good morning, Megan.
Morning, everybody.
Happy Thursday.
Hop, 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 hop.
Hop, hop.
Did you just do a throat fart?
No, I was.
I think you did.
That's not a throat fart.
Pretty sure. So we had our first podcast of the year drop yesterday.
Woo!
Drop like something into the toilet of life.
Oh,
And
better than that.
so it's up and available everywhere. Also, I got details yesterday about the cutest couple contest, which is going to be starting. I'm hung. Oh my gosh, it starts Monday.
Really?
Why are we starting that and the big game at the same time?
I don't know. Morning, Sheila. What's up with the fog?
Yeah, what's up with the fog?
I think a lot of it is the fact that it's not been super windy, and so it's all just kind of sitting.
It's the temperature clash is what's happening. You've got temperatures up near 50 degrees, where let's look back to last week, and what were they?
Real cold.
So you've got 2 different fronts here vying for attention. The cold front that is moving out,
Look at me.
and the warm air pressure system that's coming in.
No, look at me. Give me the attention.
And you're like, why aren't they causing a tornado when those things happen? Because they're not moving in polar opposites. They're actually moving together. When this happens, that you get tornadoes. One this way, one that way. They hit, they actually create vortex. So anyway,
Vortex.
this happens every year. Every year in January, we have a warm snap that causes massive amounts of fog. We get all this rain. Feels like you're in Seattle.
Let's see. Man, it's going to be 60 degrees next Wednesday
Yay.
and sunny.
That's awesome. I'm done with winter. I'm done. I've been done with winter since we came back.
We still have like a month and a half of winter.
No, let's just stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now.
Stop it.
What was I? Oh, yeah. What are the prizes? Oh, no. It's sponsored by 96 Elite in Oronogo.
Like the gym?
Is that what it is?
Oh, no, that's a wedding venue. An event center. Okay.
Why would I? Okay.
Wow. That is gorgeous. Holy cow.
Yeah, but
I need at least 2 more snow days because we don't have to make them up. We may still get them. Winter's not over.
Yeah, it's not. We always have another. I mean, it's going to get cold again in February, probably again in March, actually.
I didn't even bring my coat today.
Me neither. And you notice it's the perfect, comfortable temperature in here right
great.
now. 1 degree makes all the difference in the world.
Which is insane. That's insane.
That's the way it is at my house, too. And I noticed that is very dependent on what you're doing, too. If you're sitting, then it has to be this temperature in my house. If I'm laying down for a nap, say, it needs to be this. At night, sleeping, it's a different thing altogether. If I'm up working, it's got to be 5 degrees cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, we may even get snow in May. That's right. It's happened before. We'll see.
It has happened before. Blackberry winter always happens in May. And you're like, what the heck? Everybody's always so shocked because by that time we've been in the 70s, maybe even hit 80s, a few times. And then all of a sudden the bottom drops out of it and we get back down in the 40s and you think you're going to die. They released a new update from my new modeling platform. I'm so excited about this. I haven't even got to mess with it yet, but the Axifex has gapless switching.
Oh, what does that mean?
I've decided I'm going to throw out everything that I built so far, just scrap it all and start all over from scratch because it's like this is the equivalent as, let's say, Windows was going to do away with the mouse. You no longer needed it because you control it with your thoughts. It's that kind of level,
That's cool.
I can't control it with my thoughts, but
if only.
Everything's going to be different because of this. So, in a better way.
In a better way. Drink.
Yep. I played last night, and it was just amazing. Have these where I can't do anything wrong or hit anything wrong. I did the very first. So we start, and it's this ambient, coming up and everything, and I'm on the wrong fret, and it's and I was like, and they have this. I have this thing that I do with my guitar where I use my volume pedal and fade in with a big reverb, and it sounds like whales. And the front of house sound engineer, he said over area, he goes, "Oh, someone's off," and our keyboard player, who's also our music director and has the mic too, and she goes, "No, that's just Randy imitating whales."
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 7:09.
A dense fog advisory in effect this morning. We'll see more rain and fog today with highs in the upper 40s. It's 40 in Joplin.
So do you know an inventor? Remember those ads that you say, do you know an inventor? Do you know someone who has an invention?
I know some folks who think they could be an inventor, but they're not actively an inventor.
Well, apparently a lot of people think they could be an inventor. Over half of all Americans think they have a product or an invention like would appear on Shark Tank.
Really? In 2024?
That would be economically viable as a sellable product.
I don't know that I believe that.
Well, I'll tell you all about it in just 10 minutes.
Here's Luke Bryan.
On KIX 102.5.
I got to pay.
The electric bill? Why is the KIX logo so far over? I can't see why. She has to pay the electric bill. So let's see what's going to be on TV this weekend. There's a new limited series with Sofia Vergara coming to Netflix starting tonight called Griselda. It's a inspired by true story limited series about Griselda Blanco. She was a Colombian businesswoman who became the godmother of one of the most profitable drug cartels in history. Paramount Plus has a new series dropping tonight called Sexy Beast. I guess it's a drama about a thief who has the chance to expand his criminal enterprise, but with a wedding on the horizon and his new work drawing attention from rival criminals, he's got to find his feet in the dark criminal world and protect those he loves at all costs. Also In the Know, which is a adult stop motion series on Peacock that comes out tonight. Take you behind the scenes of a fictional NPR radio interview show where a staff, I'm sorry, it's boring me already. A staff of stop motion puppets work to bring the show to all 30 of its NPR listeners. Apple TV has a new series starting tomorrow called Masters of the Air. It's a documentary thing. Expats is a new series that's starting tomorrow night on Prime. I don't know.
Candy Jan.
Candy Jan's here? I can't run. My back hurts. That's the wrong window, isn't it? I have hurt my back somehow. Just right there.
Well, something.
No idea. Started hurting yesterday evening after I got home.
Do you have one of those massager gun things? Where
Yeah. I didn't use it. Oh, that's Jan. I missed her. There she is. Candy Jan! Yay!
Good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for the candy.
Jan.
Yeah, I saw you at the window when I was on my phone.
Oh,
And
I'm
Mel
like-
was very appreciative for the sugar-free candy.
you got sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, Mel was.
Mel
Yeah.
got sugar-free candy, yeah.
I had to bring it today because I'm not coming to work tomorrow.
Oh, well, good for you. You get the day off,
Well, I asked for the day off.
right?
Larry and I, it's our 50th wedding anniversary.
Woo! Congratulations, Candy Jan.
Oh, my gosh. That's so exciting.
We need to play our Candy
Thank
Jan
you.
song sometime.
We should.
So we're going to spend the day in Springfield and go to the aquarium.
Oh, that'll be so
awesome.
nice.
Yeah. Have you not been there before?
No.
It is a lot. It is a lot. You will definitely need a sit down afterwards, and go pet the manta rays when you get done. They have them in a pool there. You can pet them.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah. So there's all that. But can I recommend something else to you? Do you like going to the movies, Candy Jam?
Well, it's been a long time since I've been to the movie.
Right? Cause bad experience there, right?
No.
Well, I don't know what. Well, this is expensive, but there's the Alamo Draft House, which is just south of the aquarium. They're closer to James River, the bypass. And they serve you dinner while you watch the movies in recliners.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super nice. So if you're ever looking for something to do movie related, that's the place to go.
Yeah. Fancy. I'm not used to fancy.
Well, for your anniversary, you deserve fancy.
Yeah, for 50 years. That's amazing.
Well, that's a long time to put up with anybody.
Well, that's true. Larry said the other day, your mom ever quits working? I don't know if we're going to make it. All right. Well, you guys have a great day and great weekend.
You
Thanks,
too.
you too.
Congratulations.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I couldn't find the Candy Jan song.
Oh, no. What the heck?
I looked in bits. It's not in there. It's not in songs.
Yeah, Lisa says she loves Alamo Theater. She says their drinks are
Yes.
amazing. And where's that at again?
It's south. What is that street? Is that Campbell? So where the aquarium is, if you just drive south there towards the James River Expressway, it's just off the north of the James River Expressway. So it's like what, a block and a half north of that, right across from Steak and Shake.
50 years, Sarah.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 716.
Apparently, half of Americans think they could be an inventor.
We'll tell you why after Dan and Shay.
On KIX 102.5.
I thought we were now at 7 because Candy Jan always comes by after the 20.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 7:30 and we'd already done that break. And I'm like, what are we doing now? I am lost.
Yes, you are.
So we were supposed to be getting something similar to an Alamo Draft House, as part of this whole commercial zone that they are developing over here in Southeast Joplin. I don't know what the status of that is because once Menard said, nope, we're not doing any of this, a whole bunch of that stuff went out the window. I know that things have changed. The reason Menards was not coming in was because we did not have the power to support their infrastructure. Since that time, Joplin has put in that power. There is the new power plant that's located over here just south of 32nd Street and just east of Range Line, right behind that car wash. And that supports that whole area. But I don't know what the status of any of that stuff is or what's coming in. I know the buildings, there's a lot of the buildings that are almost done, a lot of the apartment complexes that we're going in. There's a lot of apartment complexes over there. I mean, 6 stories, big ones. They tore down the eyesore motel that's always been down there. Yeah. That and the Holiday Inn. Tore them both down. They're both gone.
They tore down the Holiday Inn too?
Yes.
Wow.
Totally gone. I drove by there. I can't remember when we were going somewhere, and we drove by. I was like, holy cow, that's just an empty lot now. But yeah, so I don't know what the status of any of that is or what businesses have decided to stay with that, or what. If they maybe recommence Menards to relook at that. I don't know.
Good for you, Sarah. When's your anniversary with Jason? Her and Jason are doing 25 this year. That's smart. All right, we're doing the story off of the calendar, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I might ought to get ready.
Do you have a bit for it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 719.
A dense fog advisory in effect this morning, and we'll see more rain and fog in the afternoon with highs nearing 50. It's 40 in Joplin.
So I found this statistic just a little strange, and I really got to thinking, do I know people that have been, and I guess I do. I've got a couple of buddies who are, handy.
Are they inventors, though?
Yeah, they're constantly coming up with ideas and stuff. But apparently, according to this survey, more than half of Americans have a business idea or an invention they think would impress inventors on Shark Tank.
They surveyed 2,000 adults, and they were studying the increasing shift toward entrepreneurship and found that 59% have considered actually quitting their current job to invest in an invention or to launch their own business.
A lot of them, I guess, are looking to take more control of their future. A lot of people would rather work for themselves.
Sure.
Nearly half of respondents admitted to feeling unmotivated at their current job. It's like 48%. And then 3 and 4 are constantly looking for ways to feel more inspired by what they do every day.
60% of Americans, though, are ahead of the game by having a side hustle or, at the very least, they put some serious thought into launching one.
Yeah, sure. I get that. Side hustle's different, though. We're talking about inventors, actual people creating or coming up with something new or different.
When I was a kid, there was a show on TV called Figure It Out, which is where kid inventors would come and show off what they'd made. I invented the 3-way puck shooter.
Did you go on the show?
No, I didn't go on the show. I
What is
wanted to.
the
That was my
three-way-
inspiration to go onto the show.
What is a three-way puck shooter?
Well, it's like a tube that has a puck in it, and you can shoot the puck out of the tube by either pulling the stick on the side or pulling the stick on the top or pulling the stick on the bottom.
Why are you shooting pucks?
I don't know. It was just something I invented when I was like 8 years old. I was
Shoot
very
pucks?
excited about it. Don't rain on my parade.
I'm not. I'm trying to understand it. What do you shoot with a puck?
Whatever you want.
Your little brother?
Your little brother. You can
That's
shoot it into a
right,
goal.
yeah.
Whatever.
Well, a lot of people, I think we all remember those ads they used to berate us with constantly saying, do you know an inventor?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? Did you ever hear that one?
Uh-huh.
This is what it sounded like, kind of.
Are you an inventor?
Yeah.
Do you have an idea for an invention and would like free information on how to sell your invention to business and industry? Or do you have an idea for improving an existing invention? Is someone you know an inventor? Or perhaps someone you know has a relative, friend, or acquaintance who is an inventor, knows an inventor, or would like to meet an inventor? Do you believe that you did invent objects in everyday use, such as lasers, shoes, or aluminum foil, but had these inventions stolen from you by huge corporations who are keeping all the money for themselves?
What? No.
Do you think there are too many inventions? Do you think some inventions secretly wish you harm or conspire together to harm you?
Maybe.
Do you sometimes wonder if you're an invention? If you or someone you know is obsessed with inventions, the Center for Invention Phobia can help. Call today, 1-800-NUTTY-PROFESSOR.
Do you believe you are an invention?
You're like, oh.
Wait a minute. What are we talking about here? Oh, you know what?
Yeah, the puck shooter was, I still have it.
What the heck is
I
it?
still have it at my dad's house. It's like a,
Oh, why?
what? Because I wanted to go on Figure It Out, the TV show where kid inventors went. I wanted to invent
But they
something
didn't
to
let
go on
you,
that
right.
show.
They didn't let
Well, I never applied. I just made the puck shooter.
you.
But my grandpa was a woodworker, and he would make these beautiful, ornate clocks and things like that, and bells and things. And so he helped me craft the puck shooter out of wood, and he stained it for me and everything. And you pull the stick back, like there's a stick on the top, a stick on the side, and a
It's
stick on
always
the
a
bottom.
stick on the bottom.
And
You ever had a stick on
No.
in your
stop
on
it.
your bottom?
Stop it.
On what? I'm just trying to be helpful.
And it uses a spring to create the tension. And then you kind of pop the stick and boing, it shoots the puck out.
Why is it three-way? Or is it only
Because
four
it's cooler
three-ways?
to shoot a puck more than just
Do
one
you
way.
use it in a three-way?
It's stop it.
Wow.
It's multifunctional this way.
Oh, okay. My the guy
Morning, Diggs.
used to own the company that I worked for, and he was the father-in-law to the guy who did own it. He's an old guy, he's long dead now, but he used to come by, and at around my 9 o'clock hour on my show when I wasn't doing anything, he would sit in there and talk with me for 15, 20 minutes. He would do that twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Bob Nethery. And if you look him up on the internet, he's very historically famous. He invented cable television,
No way.
owned the patent for cable television.
What?
Yes, he did. He was also, he owned about 20 different patents that they used on aircraft during World War II, made his fortune off of that.
Wow.
He was the guy who discovered Porter Wagoner and Jan Howard and all these other country artists. They had live country acts. He was also the second radio station in Missouri he started, which was this one that I worked for.
How does someone
And that's where they had Porter Wagoner would come in and play live on music on Saturdays
Mhm.
and part of this on live radio show. And back then in the 30s, 20s, whatever it was, the 30s, 40s, that was a thing. That's how a lot of country artists got their start. And he owned a lot. He had a Rolls Royce convertible. So during the summer, when he would come in, he'd go, "You busy today?" And I'd say, "No, why?" And he'd say, "Let's go for a drive." And he would have me drive the Rolls Royce, and we'd go out some road in the country, and then we'd end up back in town, and he would buy me lunch, and we would do that all the time. He knew everybody. So Preacher Rowe, the legendary St. Louis Cardinal,
Mhm.
he got him to where Preacher would start coming in during the World Series, this was a rock station, so a lot of guys listening, during the World Series, Preacher Rowe would come in and sit with me on the radio show, and we'd talk about the series with it's like having Babe Ruth, come in and sit with you on your show. Not Buzz Aldrin, the last guy to be a walk on the moon surface. Missouri astronaut, lived in Eminence, Missouri. Knew him, got him where he would come in all the time. Anytime something would happen with space related, he would be my guest. He knew everybody.
That's crazy.
My grandfather owned a partial patent on the housing for the atomic bomb. He was part of the developer engineers for Big Boy that they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The ones on that, he was one of the developers in that and owned a partial. I saw no residual payments from that, nor do I to this day. But he was on the engineering developer's patent.
Mm-hmm. You just got to be so smart, though. I mean, that's...
Part of it's that. Part of it, I think, is chance, opportunity. Opportunity?
Opportunity.
Saying words right out of your mouth hole. So, opportunity, seeing it. Bob, he saw these needs, and he would spend a lot of time thinking about how to fill them, and... But I wonder. Yeah, if you look up Robert Nethery, Neathery, he's all over the the NBA has a thing, 1908 to 2000. The NBA, he's in the Hall of Fame, NBA Hall of Fame.
How do you spell his last name?
Neathery. The head of the Gates Radio Company built the station. They don't talk about his other creations and patents and stuff. Designed electronic circuits for the gun turrets of B-24.
Did he have kids?
Yeah, oh my gosh, yes. His granddaughter, her husband was the one I worked for.
Oh.
He left these radio stations, all these once he started, to his kids.
Mm-hmm. There's a Robert Netherly skate park.
Nethery. Yeah.
Nethery.
He wrote a book. I have a copy of it. Autographed and gave to me. I didn't ask for it. I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a historical society, that website on down, that tells a lot more detail about it.
He established the West Plains Cable TV Company, too.
That was where he started. That's where he got the patent for that. That's the first time cable was ever done, was out of the Falcon cable.
Mm-hmm.
Falcon cable, you guys probably don't remember this, but back in the 80s, that was a huge company across Missouri. Bob had started that and sold it later. Charter Communications is now what was his.
That was nice. His only son, Robert Jr., died in 1988. Mm. Oh, okay. Small world.
Yeah. But he liked me for some reason. He brought me a beard trimmer one day. I just remembered that I had that thing for years.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, here, you need this. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks,
Gee.
got it.
Not everybody brings you grooming tools. Maybe they should. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
Don't forget, starting on Monday, you can file your taxes.
Oh, but be careful who you file with. We've got some words to the wise right after Kenny Chesney.
On KIX 102.5.
I just pulled it up in time to see. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. We have Morning KIX Challenge tomorrow.
Morning KIX Church.
Challenge?
Yeah, we need to get that ready today. Hi there, Morning KIX. Garth.
Hi,
My name's
Dustin.
not Garth, Dustin.
He's silly. He thinks he's funny.
I'm funny looking.
You say funny looking?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if we can get some Garth on for you, Dustin. Have a great day.
Jen's over at his house.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Jabba-jabba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Right? Ma-na-na-na-na-na. Have a good day, Sheila. My grandpa Bob used to cook for the inmates in Matt County. He slept on a cot in the lobby. He noodled monster catfish out of the lake and then cooked them for the inmates. Ba-na-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Huh. What's going on with Sports Illustrated?
It's about done. It's closing down. It's on its last
Really?
legs. Yeah, they laid off almost all of their staffing.
Wow. Why is there a doomsday clock?
Because we enjoy doomdays. How else can doomsdays tell time?
Morning, Will. What does it mean? 90 to midnight.
Well, midnight being, this was established, back in the...
Hold on, we got to go.
During the Cuban Missile Crisis, or around that time? KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A dense fog advisory in effect today. We'll see some rain and fog this afternoon with highs in the upper 40s. It's 40 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 25 minutes. Also, in the next hour, we're going to be talking about the saying or expression that you've never been able to understand.
You can call or text to let us know what that is for you at 623-1025.
And like my dad used to say, he can squeeze a quarter so hard the eagle poops.
What? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
He's frugal, I guess?
I guess. That guy can squeeze a quarter so hard the eagle poops. Like,
623-1025.
does it get on your hand when you do
Ew,
that?
Randy.
Well, it's a valid
gross.
question.
So taxes, you can start filing your taxes on Monday.
Squeeze those quarters.
Randy?
George, hey, it's better than George Washington pooping, right? Jeez.
Probably.
So, as we are going into this year's tax season, which, by the way, is a week later than it was last year.
Right, it's the 29th, so it's on Monday.
Something to do with leap year, I don't know.
I don't know.
But you got to be careful who you have file your taxes. You heard about the whole TurboTax deal that came out this week, didn't
What
you?
is going on with that?
So the Federal Trade Commission just gave them a warning saying, cut it out, guys, because I guess last year there was a part of a class action lawsuit filed against TurboTax because they advertised, get your taxes filed for free, get your return for free, all of
right,
that.
yeah.
The problem is few, if any, qualify for that free. They have so many terms and limitations on that most people, and they don't let you know that until you've already given them your information, you've already put everything in, and it's all ready to file. At the billing part, the very end, that's when they let you know, oh yeah, you don't qualify for the free tax filing.
I mean, you've got to be really careful who you choose to file your taxes through. Some people are just untrustworthy.
You remember 2 years ago when you first came here and I warned you?
I know you did.
You went to that one place.
Did.
This is where she went.
If ye still haven't done ye taxes, come to H&R Block,
I told
the
ya.
pirate tax preparers.
The IRS has been pillaging taxpayers for years. Now, let H&R Block plunder the government for you.
Sign here, Mr. Anderson.
Okay.
X marks the spot.
Every H&R Block professional is a professional pirate, so they know exactly how the tax system works.
Once
Ooh.
we prepare ye return, we'll storm the IRS and get ye the refund ye deserve. Take no prisoners.
And with H&R Block, you're guaranteed to get a bigger refund.
Alas, here's ye booty, Mr. Anderson.
Wow, that's 500 doubloons more than last year. How can I ever repay you?
You can start by handing over those 500 doubloons.
Here you go.
H&R Block will unbury your tax treasure.
It's swashbuckling.
Good. Have a great day, Sarah. It's swashbuckling. Okay, so doomsday clock. Explain this to me.
Okay, the doomsday clock was a way of tracking our proximity to world destruction.
How could they possibly know that?
Well, during the Cold War, which some of you are too young to remember, when the stupidity, and even we, as I remember third graders, out in the hallway of my school, sitting on my butt with my head, my arms around my head and my head down between my knees thinking, this is stupid. I saw the day after, was it the day after? Is the name of the show? I saw the TV show The Day After. I know there's no way we're living through this, you know, if a nuclear holocaust happened, but it was that close to a nuclear holocaust based on political situations. So they got the closest we've ever been was during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
And how close were we then?
I think it was like within seconds to it. It came very close. So do you know what the Cuban Missile Crisis was, Jen?
No, tell me.
Do you really not know?
No, I don't know.
Wow. Okay. So in 1968, President Kennedy and Nikita Khrushchev, who was the Russian premier at that time. At that time, they had premiers all the way up to Yeltsin. You know, Boris Yeltsin. That was the last premier they had. Or was he president? Anyway, they were at each other's faces all the time, and they were trying to establish who had control of boundary areas around Russia. So East-West Berlin, you understand all that, World War II, Russia and the United States, or the Russia and the Allies divided Berlin in half so that's the way they came to terms. Actually, they didn't do it in an agreeable way either. Russia just pulled up there with their tanks and pointed them at them, and the U.S. pointed, and the British pulled up there with their tanks, and that was where the line was decided. They didn't negotiate back or forward. It was where they stopped with their tanks. They began putting up barriers and barricades. That's where the Berlin Wall happened. Everything over here was East Berlin. That was communist, Russian controlled. Everything over here was West Berlin and was democratic. So there were arguments about how many tanks, how many battlements that the United States had there. And in fact, not Nikita Khrushchev, I'm sorry. Not Khrushchev, it's the one after him. Pounded his fist on the table at the UN deal and got up and stormed out. Was not back at that until many, 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 many years later. So they began bringing missiles into Cuba. They began buddying around with Fidel Castro, who had only been in power for about 10 years or so. But the problem with Fidel Castro is he was a despot and his people were starving to death. There was no medical care. They had been blocked, banned, whatever, by the United States. We wouldn't allow anyone in from them or there. That lasted until Obama lifted it. You can't have Cuban cigars. They were illegal because that's the whole Cuban thing. And so there was no trade with them. We had an embargo across the board with Cuba because of this takeover by Fidel Castro. And the reason they did that is because he was communist and they couldn't believe there was communism in our own back door. Cuba's like 120 miles from Florida? Very, 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 very close. So Fidel Castro hooked up with, and it's not Khrushchev. What's his name? You see him, bald-headed, white-haired, bald-headed guy, little short, fat guy. Anyway, start buddying up with him. That's the only person he could trade with. That and, what's his name, from China. And so Russia said, yeah, we'll give you food, we'll give you money, all of this. Just let us put a missile base on the western edge of your country, 100 and some miles from the United States. From that point, Russia would have been able to have fired within seconds on any point within the United States, anywhere. And we would not have even been able to retaliate in time. So that created a standoff. So the whole Cuban Missile Crisis, we put ships down there all around Cuba saying, if you come, we're going to blow you out of the water. And it got very, very close. And they threatened, if you do that, we will destroy your country. So they had already set up some missiles within that. They have spy plane photographs over Cuba that showed the missile battlements being built that were some of them were already done. Somehow they resolved it all and they got them to take all the missiles back to Russia. But there for a few minutes, it looked like everyone on Earth was going to die. Mm. And so that doomsday clock, that was one, I know this is a long story, but most of you know this. I didn't live through this. This is before I was born too, but it's just bugging me.
What's his name? What's his name? What's his name?
Okay, so the very first one, Russian premier, was Vladimir Lenin.
Okay.
And the second one was
Vladimir Lunin.
No. Actually, it was Rykov, Alexei Rykov, but nobody remembers him. Stalin is
okay.
Actually, Stalin was the fourth one. Molotov, where you get the term Molotov cocktail, was after Vyacheslav Molotov. It was the third one, and then Stalin. It was Khrushchev, Nikita Khrushchev. I was right. Brezhnev was the face of the guy that I kept seeing in my mind.
Mm-hmm. The more you know.
I don't see Brezhnev anywhere on here. So who was Brezhnev?
You would know better than I would.
Leonid Brezhnev. Oh, yeah, he was on there. He was the general secretary of the Communist Party. This dude had eyebrows from hell. Come here and look. I'm not kidding you. That's Brezhnev.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think, they were once upon a time reasonable, but I think they mated and produced offspring all over his face. So, but you've seen this guy, haven't you? Nikita Khrushchev. Gosh, Jen, did you not take history in college? Is that what it was?
No.
You didn't? No. So here it talk about, oh yeah, that was handy, wasn't it? There's a Stalin. War II. Come on, Cuban Missile Crisis. He took over after Stalin died. On anti-religion. This was when he pounded his fist and stormed out of the UN. The Berlin Crisis, that's where that came over. And then the Cuban Missile Crisis and the Test Ban Treaty. So as part of the way we negotiated that out, we got them to take their missiles back. We agreed to quit testing certain interballistic missiles, intercontinental ICBMs. Galactic. Dun, 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 dun. We agreed to quit testing those in the Pacific and the other atolls and those islands where we'd been testing hydrogen bombs. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 746.
New from Morgan Wallen and Eric Church, man made a bar.
On KIX 102.5.
I don't remember what we're doing here all of a sudden.
Here? It's the world's first trillionaire is going to be happening in the next decade. We've never had a trillionaire, but studies are saying that for the first time ever, sometime within the next 10 years, based on income growth from the number of billionaires that we have, we will have our first trillionaire. First time ever. The richest man in history will exist. That person would have enough money to purchase all of the property, most of the property in the United States.
Wow.
For perspective, he could literally pay off everyone. Well, you think about the U.S. deficit is over $1 trillion now. We're getting ready to have a trillionaire. Could literally pay off most, if not all, of our deficit. That's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is.
How does someone accrue that much wealth? You would not be able to spend that if you spent... how much would you have to spend a day? So, okay, on Quora, if you spent $1 million per second, it would still take you 11 days. That doesn't give us a good reference. But yeah, it's crazy the idea that there would be a trillionaire.
Yeah, it is. Morning, Kathy.
If you spent $1 million a day, you couldn't. If you spent $1 million a day, you could never spend it all because the interest would accrue faster than you were spending. Even if you spent $1 million a day for the rest of your life, you would still make more money than you were spending.
Wild. So who's going to be first? Zuckerberg, Elon Musk?
I don't think it'll be either one of them.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely
Taylor
not
Swift.
Zuckerberg. He's not even in the top 10 anymore, I don't think.
Oh, he's not?
No, I don't think so. I think that French guy might. Yeah, if you look up richest men.
We gotta go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A dense fog advisory in effect this morning. We'll see rain and fog in the afternoon with highs in the upper 40s. It's 41 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 11 minutes. We're going to be talking, though, about the strangest expressions or sayings or colloquialisms that you've ever heard of.
And there's some pretty weird ones out there. What's the one about pooping in your hand?
And yeah, if you poop in one hand and wish in the other, wish in one hand and poop in the other, which a lot of them have to do with poop, I'm noticing. I don't know if that's...
Why is that a thing?
I think people think these up while they're in the bathroom. And that's why it happens. So this is crazy, but they are saying, researchers are now saying that within the next 10 years, we are going to have our first trillionaire.
That's
ever.
insane. That is so much money.
Trillionaire.
Like, I don't think my brain can even fully understand how much money that is.
We were talking on Facebook Live. If you spent $1 million every single day for the rest of your life, you would still not even make a dent. It would make money. You would increase. You would have more than $1 trillion because the interest payments would actually be more than that $1 million a day.
So you'd never run out.
You'd never run out. In fact, you could not spend it fast enough to be able to get rid of it if you had $1 trillion.
Well, the big question is, who's going to be the first trillionaire? Because there's some options. It could be Elon Musk.
Yeah. He's number 2 right now. The world's richest guy is Bernard Arnault, who's the French guy. He's the LVMH empire, 75 fashion and cosmetic brands, including Louis Vuitton and Sephora.
Yeah.
So that guy is the richest guy in the world at $211 billion right now.
And then Jeff Bezos, he's also on this list. He's got, $173.6 billion?
Believe you me, Jeff Bezos thinks that he is going to be in fact, this is what he says about that.
I'm Jeff Bezos. Great news. Within 10 years, the world will have its first trillionaire. Oh, please let it be me and not Elon Musk. Oh, but the way it's going at Twitter, it probably ain't going to happen. Imagine having $1 trillion.
I can't.
Because really, I'm getting a little bored being just another run-of-the-mill billionaire. There are like 3,000 billionaires on the planet. So get to shopping, people, and not at your local mom and pop. Because with $1 trillion, imagine all the good I can do for all of humanity. Oh, actually, imagining is all you're going to do, because I'm just going to blow it all on mega yachts and Lauren's lip enhancements.
Lauren's lip enhancements.
Yeah, I can't imagine all the good that you would do because you haven't. Well, what has he done with his money so far?
Well, Bezos, look up Bezos Charities or Jeff Bezos Charitable. He does a lot. Bill Gates does a lot. He's on the list. So all the rest of these guys, by the way, are Americans. Not all of them, but the next 7 or 8. There's Steve Ballmer, Mukesh Ambani from India, Carlos Slim, Helu and family, telecommunications. But there's some questions about if that's really what he's into. Zhong Sanshan. There's only one billionaire from China. Interesting.
He's donated $117 million in grants to support homeless families. He's got an Earth Fund to fight climate change and protect nature.
He has also
a $10 billion grant.
Given, I forget how many millions of dollars to this company. I was talking about it yesterday, to this company to do research into cryogenics, on reanimating dead people through cryogenics. Seriously.
Wow, he's got a Bezos Family Foundation. He's got the Bezos Earth Fund.
You know, these people cannot give away money fast enough to lose money by doing so. They could pay off all of our debt, all of it. U.S. debt is how much?
$1 trillion.
How much is U.S. consumer?
He donated $100 million to Dolly Parton's charities.
Yep. Okay, we're at 17.29 trillion, so he could make a big dent. Mortgage balances are 12.14 trillion for U.S. consumers. Credit card balances 1.8 trillion. Student loan balances 1.6 trillion. These are all doable things for someone like that.
Right.
I mean, okay, so don't pay it off all at once. Do it over 10 years. Do $1 million at a time, or 10 million or 100 million at a time.
Right.
Still not going to make a dent in your income.
Especially because he's going to be making interest on that, but he's also still going to be making money.
Yeah. I mean, all of his other investments are going to be accruing way more than interest.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking just interest payments. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it is.
I remember when I was in junior high school, me and some buddies, when we were understanding, we took consumer math and we began to understand interest and how it was applied and APR and all that good stuff. And we started speculating, how much would you need to have in the bank to be able to live off of interest? And it's different for different people depending on what your needs were. But at that time, I had decided that I could live off of $400,000 and not have to work ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think my living expenses would have changed, but also interest payments might have changed.
Sure.
Your monthly payment would be $2,400 a month.
Wow.
So, could you?
Sure.
Savings. That was in a different. That's on a different savings. Okay, here's an interest calculator. In 20 years, that would grow to 1.2 if you didn't spend any of it. Nope. Okay. Depending on your interest amount, you would earn $40,000 if it was 10% interest. If it was 8, $32,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
6 would be 24%, $16,000 for 4%. So if you doubled that now, because I was in junior high then, and stuff has increased.
Sure.
But if you had could you live comfortably with no income and savings of $800,000? Heck yeah.
Sure.
In fact, let me show you. I will show you how. I will. If you don't spend that, say for 10 years, you'd be at 1.3 million in just 10 years. That's the way IRAs and stuff work. You know, you don't have massive growth until you get a sizable savings, but it begins to duplicate, and it's almost like chain reaction, the way it multiplies.
It's a very educational morning today.
Yes, I am here all week and will be giving tests out on Monday. So make sure that you cram for your urine.
Cram for your urine?
Urine analysis, yes.
Ew.
Carlos Santana. No, that's not who I said, Megan. Definitely not that rich. I can't believe you and your history, though. I mean, it just blows my mind. How do you not know of what the Cuban Missile Crisis was?
I know science.
No, you do not.
I do. I love science.
Okay, explain the difference between phylum and genus.
Oh, I don't know.
That's actually biology.
I took zoology in high school.
Well, then you should know phylum and genus.
Well, that's how you classify animals.
Yes.
Phylum and then genus.
Yes. And then there's one more.
Phylum, genus.
Species, but there's something in between. It's
kingdom, phylum, class, order.
Phylum, class, order, family, and then genus. Yeah, there's a lot more in there. I knew there were 6 or 7. So if you go backward, well, that seems backward. Seems like it should be kingdom, species, then phylum. Or kingdom, species, class, order,
species are very
families,
specific.
Phylum, and then genus.
And there's technically one above
Species.
No, above kingdom, domain.
There's also division. Well, depending on what you are classifying.
Yeah. Taxonomy is what we're talking about.
Oh,
Morning,
this
Melissa.
is fascinating. Yeah, Melissa, apparently we've had our Flintstones chewable vitamins today because it's a lofty conversation that is happening here. You can smell it from a long ways away.
Do you want to go back to pounding on the desk?
Yes, let's do. So, have you ever heard of soft white underbelly?
No.
It's a video series on YouTube.
Oh.
Fascinating. So
soft white underbelly?
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable just hearing the name.
It's amazing. It is so fascinating. I can watch it for hours. It's a series of interviews with some of America's unculture and subculture. So this guy named Mark, can't remember his name is. He's a very famous photographer.
Rubio.
No, his photograph series have won numerous awards and been in museums all over the world. He goes down into Skid Row in L.A. and in some of these other towns and gets to know some of the homeless, and then interviews them about their backstory. So, he has like an interview with a schizophrenic that is uncontrolled, a former gang member, prostitutes, people who have survived human trafficking. There is a group, an inbred family from Appalachia and West Virginia that he interviews on there that is just, I mean, you will sit there just like, it's one of the most unbelievable things you've ever seen. A former cartel hitman he interviews, former executioner at a federal prison, which, by the way, they're getting ready to do in Alabama tonight. Do you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
The first time ever that anyone will be executed with nitrogen.
Which they're still not totally sure how that's going to work.
In the United States. It's been done numerous times with assisted suicides. If I had to be executed, this is the way I would want to go.
Really? I read that they weren't sure if there was going to be a lot of pain with it, if it would just be torture for the inmate.
You go to sleep. You go to sleep. It's the same way. It's oxygen deprivation. So it puts you to sleep. You go unconscious first, long before your brain dies. So they tried to execute this guy, you remember, a year or so ago with chemically, and it didn't work. And, I mean, he went through a lot of torture. It was miserable. I mean, he was sick for weeks and sued the state and everything and lost. And so they're going to kill him again, this time using nitrogen. I think this is the most humane way of doing execution that they've ever had. I mean, besides the guillotine. The Whitakers. Yes, Megan. She's heard of them. No, not Yellow Bellies. The Whitakers, the Whitaker family. So look up SWB, the Whitakers, and you'll see the black and white picture that is his. And look at the guy with the spittle hanging out of his mouth. Did you not find it?
On the video.
Yeah, don't watch
but not the pictures. I mean, you can see the picture in the thumbnail, right?
Yeah, that's the picture.
But when you click on images.
Oh, then do soft white underbelly.
Why can't I just look up Whitaker?
Yeah, you can do that. But I'm afraid that it's not going to be. There's the picture. Go to images. Yeah, click on that. That's his picture.
Wow.
Oh, no. You've got to hear the video. Oh, my God. That's just 3 of the 5.
Wow.
Yeah, it is so sad. A lot of these are. But in the middle of all that, there are some very inspiring stories. There's a story of an obsessive compulsive disorder clown. It's a guy who's managing and dealing with his OCD. And I mean, we're talking OCD of a guy who spent 3 days hiding under his bed because he could not resolve the rituals that he went through.
Wow. A dense fog advisory in effect this morning. We'll see rain and fog in the afternoon with highs in the upper 40s. Patchy fog tonight, low 40s. The fog continues into Friday morning. The clouds in the afternoon, highs in the low 50s. Rain on Saturday, highs right around 40.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing a lot of heavy fog and heavy drizzle across most of the 4 states.
43 in Wentworth, 38 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
So we're talking today. We are wanting to know the saying or expression that you've never been able to understand.
You can call or text to let us know what that is for you at 623-1025.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
Here's Carrie Underwood.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
So there's a story of a former gang. He was a former triad, Chinese triads gang member. Been to prison 2 different times, committed murder, assault, kidnappings, everything else. And his story of how he turned his life around is unbelievable. I didn't know it was going to be one of those positive stories until I started watching it. By the end of it, I was in tears. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Good morning.
Hello.
My dad, when I was upset and crying, my dad would tell me to quit crying or he'd give me something to cry about.
Yeah, what? I've got something to cry. Have you not noticed I'm crying about something?
You don't got to make it worse.
Didn't make any sense to me.
My dad used to say to me, he'd say, "You want me to get a hold of you?" And I'd be like, "Do you mean on the phone or long?" I never said that because I'm still here with us today.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jan.
Have a great day.
There's some that I've never, like, break a leg. Why do we say that?
Why does it break a leg? I've gone down the rabbit hole now looking at these pictures of the Whitaker family.
Mm-hmm. He was talking about when he went to take pictures of them, that their neighbors showed up with guns and threatened to shoot him if he didn't get out of there. And he explained who he was, what he was doing, and they were a lot more amenable to that. But those people and the local sheriff's department said, you better put a disclaimer. We don't want looky-loos coming around here, staring at them like sideshow freaks. The community protects them.
Do they all live together?
Yeah. So the one guy with the red shirt on, the mustache and beard, he can't talk. He barks, kind of. So I guess, too, in the inbreeding that happened, these two twin guys named Henry and John, they married women who weren't related to one another, but their offspring got married. In other words, their first cousins.
Okay.
They got married. So Henry's son married John's daughter, first cousins. And out of that, they had 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 children.
Wow.
All of them with birth defects, severe mental issues, and learning disabilities. All of them of some form or another.
And they've just continued.
I don't know now. There is a family tree on here that goes further, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I've not been that fascinated by that. They're just one of the many families.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little confusing.
I bet.
Because they don't show the marriages between any of the children past that group of first cousins.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they have a long history of cousins marrying cousins. I see that all the way into the 1800s.
I can't follow these family trees. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm reading now about it. So in 1840, George married his cousin Elizabeth. They had 7 children. Out of those 7 children, Charles married his cousin Martha in 1895. And one of their children, Clara, married her first cousin Roy in 1925. So there's this genetic breakdown that happens down through the generations until it's ended up being what it is today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were part of a prominent noble family from England in the 1800s or 1700s. Same thing has happened throughout history. So, what was the inbred French king? Or was it Spain? I think it was France. Was so bad that they hid him from public, and they had a council that ruled in his stead. But there's paintings and pictures of him. You're like, what? The guy with the great big nose. Looks like one of those gibbon monkeys, or the ones that have the big nose. That's what he looks like.
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Rain and fog today with highs in the upper 40s. It's 40 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 14 minutes, but we've been talking today about the strangest expression that you've ever heard of.
Your dad had some really good ones, right?
Yeah, well, I was trying to think of some of the others. The one about he could squeeze a quarter so hard that the eagle would poop.
Gross.
Always, I had to stop and sit down for a while after that because I felt tired. But there's others, though, that we take for granted, like playing something by ear.
How do you play it by ear? What does that mean?
You have to lean down like this, Jen.
Just put your ear against it?
Or why do we say break a leg?
Or why do you say you're in a pickle?
Yeah, that one I don't get at all.
How are you in a pickle? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. They used to say get a wiggle on when I was a kid.
Get a wiggle on, get a moving?
I guess, yeah, it means hurry up, but get a wiggle on?
They want you just to wiggle everywhere you go.
Wiggle? I get paid for that kind of behavior, mister.
What's the saying or expression you've never been able to understand?
623-1025.
Here's Jason Aldean.
On KIX 102.5. Just because cat has her kittens in the oven doesn't make them biscuits.
What?
Just because a cat has her kittens in the oven doesn't make them biscuits. You're like, what?
What about cat got your tongue? How often is a cat grabbing your tongue?
And Uncle used to say, butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
I don't want to put butter on your butt.
And this is a Missouri expression. Slap you naked and hide your clothes.
Excuse me?
I'll slap you naked and hide your clothes.
What does that mean?
One of my favorite ones my kids always point out to me is, well, spank me and call me Sally.
Megan says, might be a long day's rub, but it'll come out in the wash.
Yeah, yep. Spank me and call me Sally. That's one of my favorite ones. I've always said that.
Why call you Sally? Who's Sally?
She's the one that gets the spankings.
What did she do to deserve that? Phone's ringing.
Hi there, Morning KIX. What is the strangest expression or saying you've ever heard?
Well, one that I never could understand is when you ask somebody how they're doing, they say fair to Midland.
Fair to Midland.
Fair to Midland.
What,
To Midland.
what is Midland?
What is it? Yeah. I don't know what it means.
I don't know either.
I don't either. That's weird. Midland? Is that like north part of the state or?
It's the middle. It's the midland.
Thanks for calling.
Have a great day.
I've never understood the phrase by the skin of my teeth.
Your teeth don't have skin.
Right. So why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Or why do you butter someone up in the first place? Have you ever been buttered up?
Mm-hmm.
On our honeymoon.
Best thing since sliced bread. There's been a lot of great things since sliced bread.
Yeah.
As someone who can't have gluten, I can tell you that for sure. What about lose your marbles? That's another one.
Bob's your uncle. You've heard that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Bob is not my uncle.
I actually do have an Uncle Bob.
Mine's my cousin. Wear your heart on your sleeve? That's got to be uncomfortable and terminal.
Secrets in the sauce.
You're twisting my arm. You're pulling my leg.
Pulling my leg. Yeah, that's a good one.
Is that what that is? How do you quit something cold turkey? Why is cold turkey?
Yeah.
Hold your horses.
Put one under each arm.
Oh. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Be very insulting. Get someone's goat with that.
Let's go, yeah. That's also a weird thing.
Mm-hmm. Get your ducks in a row before we talk about the rest of this.
Is that a common thing in the past? People's
Run
ducks
around like a
running
chicken
over?
with your head cut off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real
That's a thing, though. That happens.
Trust me. We used to butcher chickens in the spring, early summer, and they would kill them all at once. And the way they do it is hold their feet,
Mm-hmm.
lay their head down on the ground, put on top of their head, and then throw, because they will just, for the next 10 minutes or so, flop around. And when you get 30 of those going in a field, I would laugh so hard I'd almost pee my pants.
Really?
Because all these headless chickens flopping around. And yet at the same time, in the back of my mind, it's almost like being stoned. At the back of my mind, I'm horrified. But I'm laughing so hard. What is monkey business?
Good question.
Come on down to Grape Apes, where we've got everything on sale at our monkey business.
You say grape apes?
Yeah. Grape Ape, Grape Ape.
Grape ape.
Story's got more holes than Swiss cheese does. Well, that's understood. But couch potato? Why is it a potato?
Yeah, want in one hand, poop in the other. See which one fills up faster.
That's how cholera gets started, guys.
Yeah. Crystal said, "Are you pooping me?" Ashley said,
I
same
think
difference.
if I was, you'd be hearing a lot more than just me talking right now. I mean, there'd be some serious screaming going on.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you ladies know what it's like to pork out an 8-pound kid. Imagine a full adult.
Ew, pork out? Why do you have to say it like that?
Well, I don't want to say expulse.
Free shabakadoo.
Preach a buckadoo. What?
It's a Vine thing. It's a Vine reference.
Okay, sure. These are also called idioms.
Idioms,
for
yes.
you idiots.
Kyle and I were quoting Vines the other day. Adam. Country boy, I love you. 5 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A dense fog advisory in effect this morning. We'll see more fog, more rain this afternoon. Highs nearing 50. It's 40 in Joplin.
So we've been talking about some of the weirdest expressions or sayings. I think these are called idioms.
Idioms, yeah. Why is it called an idiom? Because I think of idiot when I hear idiom.
So people like you can understand it.
Wow, rude.
What? That was a compliment.
That was
so
a
compliment.
Mean. No, you called me an idiot.
No, I didn't. You did.
No, you definitely inferred it.
Things like, why do we say couch potato?
Because people used to keep their potatoes on the couch. I don't know. That's a valid question. Yeah.
What were you saying? What was the one you had? Our best thing since sliced bread?
Yeah. Why is that a thing? I don't understand that. There's been a lot of great things since bread.
Yeah. Monkey business. What the heck is a monkey business?
What is the saying or expression that you just don't understand?
All Reese's are now on sale.
I like that one. Wait.
What's the craziest one that you've ever heard or experienced?
Does a bear in the woods?
Yeah! Who cares? What sort of sick individual is going along wondering, I wonder if a bear takes a poop in the woods?
I mean, he could be trained to go use an outhouse.
Maybe that's why those public toilets at campgrounds smell so bad.
Right?
The bears are all pooping in the woods.
That makes sense.
What is the strangest saying or expression you've ever heard?
When I was a kid, my mom used to say a couple different things, like "you make my butt want to chew tobacco," or "you don't know your butt from a hole in the ground."
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Although when you think about it, you see holes in the ground a lot more than you do that, unless you got some sort of weird mirror system, right?
Wait a second, your butt chew tobacco?
I don't know what that's all about.
What is that about?
Why would you? Do you have teeth? No, I know there's all sorts of questions.
What's the craziest expression or saying you've ever heard?
The expression I don't understand is my office partner says, that makes my butt want to dip snuff.
What? Can it do that?
Funny, right?
I don't want a picture.
Here's the question.
Yes.
How are you going to spit?
That's a good question. I don't know.
That cannot be healthy. Does it involve a fart? Or is that part of it?
Why do so many of these expressions involve butts?
You're using tobacco wrong, Billy.
It doesn't go there.
And then you see him sticking it in his ear. No! If you can't do it right, don't use it.
What's the expression or saying that you just don't understand?
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
When I was a kid growing up, my mom always kind of said every time I wanted something, she always say, well, whenever my great-grandpappy gets out of the poorhouse.
What?
And you had this picture in your head of some big place where they stuck all poor people, right?
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, now wait a minute. Why are you waiting on him? And things like that.
How do you get out of the poorhouse?
Exactly. I had no clue.
Where is the poorhouse? How big is this poorhouse?
Well, apparently it must not be very big if she's waiting for him to get out of the poorhouse so we have lots of money.
Is this why I've never met my grandpappy? He's been in the poorhouse all this time?
What is the expression or saying that you just don't understand?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country. I love these. You're doing it wrong. I love you. You go. It doesn't go in there.
I said it, and I was like, towing a line there, Jen.
That was great. It doesn't go in there. You can try. I mean, why not? You've put everything.
Morning, Kathy. Morning, Linda. Oh, Brandy! Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Oh, dear.
What? What do you want, people?
It's raining like a cow peeing on a flat rock. Why are you watching cows pee on rocks?
Emmanuel can't, but maybe Genghis can.
Ah, there you go.
You don't know who those people are. Shut up.
I know the names. And that seems like very you humor.
Yeah. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Hey, I want to preface this by saying my husband was raised in Illinois.
Oh, okay.
He didn't hear all of these sayings and stuff. The first time he heard me playing Luke Bryan's Knockin' Boots, he asked me what that was.
Say, well, you've heard of the old lady who lived in the shoe? Well, that's how you let her know you were at her door. You knocked on her boots.
I couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny. But I finally explained it to him.
Yeah, those poor people from Illinois. Thank goodness they have learning disability centers there.
You know, in his defense, I also did not know what knocking boots meant.
Well, that's because you are supposed to be from Illinois. They've tried to make you go there, but you wouldn't do it. Thanks for calling.
Have a great day.
You know how they can tell people who need to live in Illinois?
How?
When they say Illinois? I didn't get her. He asked, I didn't get her saying my husband and stuff. Yeah, that's all right. We've got so many, we can never get to them all.
Yeah. Good prom to have.
That was just Andy. He's coming over to do my soldering for me tomorrow afternoon.
Yay!
My pedal board will finally be finished. That's hilarious.
Megan sent me.
There was one I had.
That's
you
good.
can give a squirrel. God gave a squirrel nuts. What is that?
Well, I got to watch this video Megan sent me too. With the goat.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Put it on repeat. I love it.
I made it even bigger.
Wait. Can I play? Wait. How do you? Wait.
Scoot it back. Do it again.
Hold on. I want you guys to. You got to see it and hear it. See it?
That was so good, Megan.
Oh, that is hilarious. That really sounds like you and me laughing.
We could take the audio and do a TikTok from it. Here, let me see if I can find it. Return of the Mac. Hey, return of the Mac. I'm a give again, return of the Mac. Stop playing music. I'm so in that, but here I am.
Hey, can you send me that? Did you send me that?
Okay, how do I get the sound?
Because I want to send that to everybody in my life.
Yes, you can use the sound.
You ought to just have one of me and you sitting here going,
Oh, it's so good.
I'm sending it to my wife.
Oh, man. That was great.
I'm sending it to Andy too because we're in a conversation right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's justifiable reason, right?
I say so. Jimmy says it did sound like you guys.
Shut up! It does. It really does. I'm sending it to Candace.
Megan goes, sorry, Gina. Oh, Lanta, that's funny.
So I've shared that one video with Candace, and she goes, well, thanks for my afternoon cry. Same time next week? And I was like, right? So now I'm going to say, now, here's your morning laugh. She and I text each other like constantly, which I hate. She's my one kid that I communicate like that with.
Yeah.
Do it. Won't open.
What? What'd you do?
I don't know. I'm clicking on the. Oh, here we go.
You've been patient.
I like that. From behind. What? That's the funny part. I mean, because goats laughing are funny anyway. You know the one that goes, what?
There's a goat that goes, what?
You've not heard the goat that goes, what?
I want to hear.
The girls that were tormenting the goat. Oh, Andy's seen it. He goes, that one's my favorite. He's got another one.
Megan says, is that my puppet sound?
Polio serum? Stupid YouTube. What happened? Okay, hold on.
That's a cat, Randy.
I know. Andy's in it, so. This is it. She goes, I don't know, dude. my wife just texted me, question mark? Said, no, yes. Come on. Oh, that one is evil. Not that one. Watch this one.
What was that? What is it doing?
Goats are evil.
You
Yeah,
gotta show them evil
the
goat.
fainting goat. Okay, let's go back.
Okay, hold on. We got 5 seconds. We gotta do seg real fast, and then show them goat. 4 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
Here's Dirk Bentley.
On KIX 102.5. I was going to say, what's the most evil goat you've ever seen? Here, let me show you mine.
This goat is terrifying.
Not sure where you can hear it. Sorry, it's so stupid. Isn't it crazy?
That terrified me.
And this sheep, this is an actual sheep scream. Come on. For a long time, people thought that was overdubbed. My uncle or my brother-in-law used to have goats that would do this. The fainting goat.
Yeah.
They faint and go stiff as a defense mechanism. Come on. They all faint. Ah! I just want the one.
Jeez.
Where is it?
Okay, bud. Shake it off. You can do it. Up you go.
Shut up, YouTube. Goat says what? Greatest one ever. There it is. And girls comment on a certain part of the goat's anatomy that they are impressed by. Here, watch. What? What? That's how he tosses his head. What?
He spit out the food that she gives him.
What? They get right
She's
up.
zooming.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The fellers. That's the way I say what now. What? What?
You do that.
What? KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Fog and rain this afternoon with highs in the upper 40s. It's 41 in Joplin.
You ready to spill the beans?
What does that mean?
I don't
have any
know.
beans to spill.
Well, we're talking about sayings or expressions that you don't understand. When did the cat get your tongue? That's not healthy.
No, that sounds dangerous. Cats can be so mean, but why does it have your tongue?
No. And maybe the two of you just need to bury the hatchet.
What does that mean? Why would you bury a hatchet?
I don't know, because you didn't butter them up.
Are you normally putting butter on people?
Only when they let their hair
Randy?
down. You're barking up the wrong tree here. No.
I don't bark at all.
We're talking about the saying or the expression that you've never been able to figure out or understand. Probably something your dad or your uncle used to say all the time.
Call or text to let us know yours at 623-1025.
My mom always had this thing where when something she didn't like happened or something went wrong, she'd always say bed.
I don't want to do that.
I guess there's nothing else you can do at this point, right?
Right. And I've asked her about it, and she says she honestly has no idea either. It just sounded good when she said it.
Just a suggestion.
That's a bad suggestion.
Where you going, Linda? Bathroom's full.
What's the expression or saying you don't understand?
I just don't understand it when you're arguing with your boss and he tells you to shut your chicken lips.
Be like,
chickens have lips?
Hey, trust me, they are a rare delicacy when they're prepared properly with onion oil.
Well, whenever he tells you to shut your chicken lips.
You ought to go, and then reach around behind yourself real quietly like you're...
Oh, wait a
Shut
second,
up.
Randy.
Shut up, Larry.
What's the saying or expression that you just don't understand?
How about it's colder out than a witch's tit and a brass bra?
Yes!
Apparently, you need a special kind of support for a witch's,
sling, loose thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Should be like, look, it lifts and separates.
Look, it lifts and separates.
I was going to
wanted
say
it too.
celebrates, but...
What's the saying or expression you don't understand?
My mom used to tell me, I wish I could just bury you when you're 12 and dig you up when you're 21.
Apparently, underground is where you mature.
I guess so.
She might have been one of those mole people you hear about.
She told all of us kids that, so I would assume that maybe she didn't want to deal with our teenage years. So
I'm happy that only one of these has had to do with, defecation.
Right, yeah.
That area.
Well, we had a lot of butt stuff the first time.
Nobody needs a lot of butt stuff. Let's be honest.
The sayings were about butts.
Jen does
Randy.
she does not condone the amount of butt stuff on this show.
A lot of the sayings were about butts.
I'd listen to Morning KIX more often, but they got so much butt stuff on there. I can't. We got kids, and cattle. They won't give milk. What is the saying or expression? It's every morning at this time, isn't it? It is.
that just makes my butt pucker.
I'm not too sure on that.
No.
Maybe.
No.
What? Maybe it does. But must you tell everybody else about it? Oh, hey, everybody. Guess what just happened? Lemon juice will do that too, I bet. I don't know.
What's the saying or expression you just don't understand?
We're going to have to find something else to put our radio on now.
623-1025 to text or call.
Way too much butt stuff.
It's the 4 states number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, no!
Randy's going to go play with the butt stuff. And I did. I had my hands on the butt
you
stuff.
said reach around, and I was like, whoop! Randy!
I did not think of it that way.
What are you doing?
You reach around behind you.
I can't even answer the phone call right
Only you would take it to that special place. Hi there, it's morning butt stuff.
Good morning. I tell my two frustrated children that I hope you have two just like you.
Yeah.
I do. And they both have twins.
And that's how procreation happens.
This is the ugly old lady. That's what it is.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for calling.
We're going to have to find something else to listen
I thought she was about to say something about butts.
I got kids. Bless my wife's heart. She's just going, what?
Woo! That was a trip.
And I just answered, yes, period. Yes. She just...
Oh, my. I blame Megan with the goat video starting over.
Woo! Yeah, thank you, Megan.
Oh, Atlanta.
Oh, wait. What I should have done is right when I said, there's too much butt stuff on this show. Could have gone. That one is experiencing butt stuff in the middle of that recording.
Can butt stuff be a promo?
Maybe I don't know. We did some of the stuff yesterday on promo.
Yeah. We were long overdue.
I hope so.
And the 820 break. I want to go back and listen to that one too. Jimmy says, went down a hole.
8:20, 8:35. Don't use that expression in conjunction with butt stuff. Conjunction and conjunctivitis. Are those two things related?
Oh.
Are they in conjunction with
Conjunction,
conjunctivitis?
conjunctivitis.
No, different show.
Prolapse butts. Oh my gosh. Oh, my face is so hot. That was a good laugh. That was a really good laugh. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. My mascara's gonna be I'm taking new pictures for Country Dirt today. Oh golly. Makeup's gonna be cray-cray. Woo. Speaking of prolapse, I saw a recipe for gluten-free battered onion rings earlier. We should have a KIX lunch soon. Oh my gosh. We'll plan something out. Maybe a Tuesday. Right now, Kyle's really into gluten-free cookie cake because he made me one for my birthday, and it was so good. It literally lasted like a night. Like, it was incredible, and he's been talking about it every day since then. He's like, we should do that again. So we'll do a really healthy meal this weekend of cookie cake and onion rings. Oh my gosh. I've got to pee after laughing that hard now. When Randy comes back, we'll ask what he's got going on. But looking at our calendar, I think we're open. Tuesday's work? Okay. Maybe the 6th. I don't know. Just spitballing.
Feel comfortable. But I don't let myself. It's actually hurts.
Oh,
to
my
do
gosh.
this, to walk this way. It would feel so much better if I could do that.
It would feel better for me, too, if you walk like that.
That.
Oh,
was-
good. Megan was talking about doing another KIX lunch soon. Maybe a
Kickstar.
KIX lunch. Maybe a Tuesday.
My wife said, just wanted to make sure that I was seeing the right thing. Tuesday would probably be better than any other day.
Haha.
Tuesday or Thursday.
That's what I said. Tuesday. We haven't done a gin tour in forever. Can we do a gin tour that's a KIX lunch? That be a thing?
Yeah. If we went to Pittsburgh or somewhere, went to like Chicken Mary's or Chicken Annie's that you've never been to.
I can't eat the gluten.
That's right. So there's no point in going to lunch with her at all.
Oh, Durandis is Friday. Do it Friday. She's off work Monday through Thursday.
Got the brains that God gave a squirrel.
So they're dumb?
I think so. You ever taken a fancy to something?
No. What does that mean?
What'd you carry it in? Different from when you take a shine to something, because a shine, you actually have to throw it somewhere.
What? How do you take a shine to something? All right, here we go. 8 seconds. 4, 2.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Fog and rain today with highs in the upper 40s. It's 40 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover getting ready to start in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and go vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
You have a circus?
If I did, they wouldn't be my monkeys.
We're talking about the weirdest or craziest expression or saying that you've ever heard.
My dad would say, I'm angrier than a mosquito in a mannequin factory.
See, I think that one makes sense because the mosquito can't bite anything. Of course he's going to be mad. But some of these I just don't understand.
My favorite one is, it's not rocket surgery. I have a T-shirt that says it on it, and it's got these surgeons over a rocket, you know. I love that one.
So what is the expression or the saying that you just don't understand?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yep, I know that one.
What's yours? Your best or stupidest or weirdest expression, the one you've never been able to understand?
I gotta pee like a Russian racehorse.
Do Russian racehorses pee more than like American horse or Italian?
I guess apparently they do. Apparently they drink more water.
I don't know.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I heard my dad say it a lot.
What kind of person does a survey just to study the urination habits of Russian racehorses?
Right?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, that's harder to understand than woodpeckers' lips.
Woodpeckers don't have lips.
Uh-huh. Get it?
What is the saying or expression you just don't understand?
Colder to well digger's backside?
Here we go again. Oh, my gosh. Somebody has to be going along behind these guys, you know, finding well diggers out there trying to work.
Feeling his fanny.
Yeah, trying to check and see how cold it is.
I know, right?
You know-
It's like, okay, do you know any well diggers?
How would you like it if people came up behind you when you were working, checking your butt temperature?
I'm just so glad I'm not a well digger.
Like, come here.
I got to check something. What? Is that a thermometer? No.
What's the
Wrecked him. Dang near killed him.
What's the saying or expression you just don't understand?
How the one eat still, spit nails, and poop ice cream.
What?
Who's gonna poop ice cream? Who's gonna eat still?
Who's gonna spit nails?
Who's going to eat steel?
I mean, for real, that's going to break our teeth. We don't want to do that.
What sort of weird eating habits?
That's what I thought.
No
you know?
wonder you're constipated. Let me tell you, I know what's wrong.
Well, think about it. If you eat steel and you spit in nails, I mean, if you're eating steel, how are you going to poop ice cream?
It doesn't work.
Is it Rocky Road?
Don't you have to have dairy products to make ice cream?
Apparently not. Apparently you just need to have a high-powered constitution.
You got the gallbladder, the lower intestine of a robot.
What is the expression or saying that you just do not get?
Son of a monkey spank.
What?
Son of a monkey spank.
Stank?
Spank.
Yep, spank.
Son of a monkey spank. Dad, I could see that embroidered on a doily hanging over a toilet in some lady's bathroom.
Maybe in a man cave.
I don't know.
What is the saying or the expression that is just crazy or weird or you just don't understand it?
Build a man a fire, he's warm for a day.
Uh-huh.
Set a man on fire, he's warm for the rest of his life.
Randy,
I know, but I don't get that. Why would you say that?
Yeah, why would you set a man on fire?
Well, you can lead a horse to water, but you got to hurry real quick or his batteries will go dead.
Why is your horse battery operated?
Because it's not sunny enough for it to be solar.
And if he's battery operated, why does he need water?
You've got to use the water to put the fire out.
Make it make sense, Randy.
I'm trying.
We got the Morning KIX Takeover starting in just 2 minutes.
It's the 4 states #1 per country.
KIX 102.5.
So I just found the Reddit forum of inappropriate expressions.
Oh,
that was the only one I could say.
Yikes.
Hung up.
Yeah,
But
Friday in February.
I've got some others, and we're going to watch Jen's response after I say them, okay?
Oh, bless it.
Okay, wait, there's one here.
That was good.
That's a pretty good one. I mean, I get that one.
Yeah.
Totally.
Makes perfect sense.
Oak. And they're going, what? We all are inside.
Oh, man.
Okay, wait. I've got another one.
That cleared me up.
It does. It really does. Wait a minute.
Oh, Megan
I'm
sent
not
me
here
another
to
one.
put socks on centipedes. Oh. Here's one.
This is what Megan sent me.
Fish. Don't pee in my pocket and tell me it's raining.
Why are you peeing in a pocket? Oh, my gosh. Bless it.
Wait a minute. Where did it go? There was such a good one.
We got to say goodbye. We got stuff to get done today.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh.
I love that one.
Oh, that's bad.
Hotter than a hooker's doorknob on nickel night.
Okay, I have to pee.
Okay, she's got to go pee in someone's pocket and tell them it's raining. So have a great rest of your day. And when they fire us after today and yesterday's show, we just like to say y'all been great.
Thank you for everything.
You know,
never forget
that. That's not true.
Tomorrow we're talking about what you're always forgetting.
What are you always forgetting? Not to be inappropriate on the radio.
Also, Morning KIX Challenge, your chance to win $25 gift card to Simple Simon's Pizza.
Bye now.